Hey everybody, welcome back to the AFK podcast. This week we're covering many things like D23, the Borderlands movie, and much more. We're going to start straight at the top with D23. We've got live action Lilo and Stitch and live action Snow White, which none of us here care about, so we're going to swiftly move on. Moana 2, Incredibles 3, Frozen 3, Toy Story 5, and Zootopia 2. Are they needed, guys? That's the real question here.
Good intro.
Yeah, very good intro. Right.
Right, which ones are we talking about?
It's literally. Can you read, Nathan? You literally.
Is it okay?
Moana
Please
2,
don't.
Incredibles 3,
Okay,
Frozen 5.
I haven't watched I haven't watched all of the first Moana. That's.
Incredibles 3 is
I'll
non.
believe that.
Well, I mean,
I haven't watched Zootopia. Toy Story. I haven't
I don't
watched Toy
think they
Story
have
4
one.
yet. Incredibles. I watched both of them. I haven't watched Frozen 2. Honestly, it's just milking franchises because they can't come up with anything that's original and good.
Frozen
Yeah, I have to
3
agree.
isn't needed. Toy Story 5 is not needed.
Well, no.
I guess Zootopia 2 makes a bit more sense because like
Yeah,
they
I
can flesh
guess.
out. But Toy Story 5 no.
Okay, yeah, we'll give sequels benefit of the doubt. But yeah, no. If I'm being actually no, they did come out with one good original thing, and that was Encanto. I really like that. I thought that was a good movie.
I have not seen that movie yet.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a good movie, I think. I've not been bothered to watch that Wish thing though.
Oh, that looks awful. That's meant to be awful.
Yeah, no, that's all I
Yeah,
heard
Toy
from
Story
it.
5 looks lazy. The villain is lazy. The villain is 50 asset reuses of Buzz, which are evil. You know, like how Buzz
is that
was in
like
Toy Story
is
3,
it like
where
a
he was evil.
No, is it like a continuation of 2 where there was all the buzzers?
It's, I don't know, they're meant to be like malfunctioning toy settings of Buzz,
Mm-hmm.
and that there's 50 of them, and they're evil.
Hmm.
That's it. That's all he said.
I feel like the
Sounds like they're shot at the
Oh,
moment.
and
yeah.
there is an iPad kid in one of the concept arts.
Hmm.
So Skibidi Toilet may make an appearance
If
in this
Skibidi
movie.
Toilet makes an appearance in the movie, I think I'm just gonna genuinely delete the internet, like off everything in my house.
What do you mean? He's peak.
If I ever
So,
okay, if like any of my stuff ever makes a Skibidi Toilet reference, make sure I delete my channel, all social media, everything. Do not give me a place on the internet.
good.
Right. So anyway, let's move on to the actually interesting stuff that we got from D23. Marvel.
Star Wars. Oh.
I've not given a damn about Star Wars since Mando Season 2, I guess. Right.
The games.
A lot of Marvel stuff introduced. So much for slowing it down, right?
Yes.
There's some interesting things. Some things I couldn't give two shits about. So let's get... Should we get the stuff we
Agatha.
Yeah, let's get rid of the stuff we don't care about out of the way. Agatha, is it Coven of Chaos?
No, it's called Agatha All Along, I'm pretty sure
That's
now.
just the song, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure
That's
that's what they named the
lazy.
show.
Hold on, let me have a look.
I thought...
It is Agatha
Oh
all
my,
along now.
that is
Yep.
stupid, right?
That looks.
Right.
No one cares. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
it was just... She was an alright, like, one-time villain, but, like, that was kind of it. It was just kind of to build on Wanda actually being the villain in WandaVision. Don't really care about the continuation of that, if I'm being honest. What else did they...
Next we've got Fantastic Four First Steps. That's what's next.
Okay.
That actually looks pretty good. I've seen the snippet. I'm excited to watch that when it comes out. I think all the actors are good. I think the story from what we've seen looks good, and I do hope it does well.
Did you see the suits?
I did see the suits.
I've not seen
I put
any.
the suit. Well, they put one of them. It's Johnny Storm's suit. It looks. Hang on, I put it in there. It looks quite different than the initial reveals that they gave us.
Okay. I mean, I didn't
What was
watch
it? A few months
the
back.
original Fantastic Four.
This is what his suit looks
films.
like. Sitting in that. There it is.
Oh.
I don't like. I don't
It
love
just
it.
looks like
It feels like
60s, 80s sort of suit, but
you know the old like Roblox T-shirts you used to be able to get for free, where it was just a JPEG
Yes.
pasted on. It kind of looks like that on a white shirt.
I don't like. If you look, his gloves don't go up to those white bits on his arms. That's really annoying. They don't go.
I don't like the
down.
design, if I'm being honest. I just do not.
this could just be like a recreational version.
It could,
of the
yeah.
suit,
This
though.
could be like a
prototype.
VFX like
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe.
Like maybe there'll be some more
'Cause-
VFX on it or something.
Hmm.
Like the colors just help with the VFX team a bit more. I mean,
And plus,
hopefully
he's gonna
that's
be on
like...
fire.
I know
So
I'm
you'll see it.
definitely reaching, but yeah. Right.
So, yeah, he'll be on fire.
So,
Time.
Fantastic Four, obviously, we don't really have enough to talk about it all yet.
Well, it also does. On last episode, it just, like I said, it disproves Isaac's theory a bit that he said last episode about how they go back in time to the 60s, which in the trailer they already have flying cars in the
Okay.
60s.
It wasn't Isaac's
sorry,
whole
Isaac.
theory, like he kind of like
His was that he goes back in
beautifies
time,
the 60s.
but they don't have their powers.
Hmm.
Well, that wasn't with Isaac. That they go into space and then go back to the 60s.
And get their powers when they go back in time.
Yeah, because they already don't have the powers, but there's like flying cars.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, okay, right.
But the last Marvel thing is Daredevil Born Again.
Not last thing, there's
It's not
loads.
the last, there was a few more, but there's the one.
A few more?
That's there was like Brave New World stuff. There was what's the other one? They haven't done anything.
I think
on
this is
Armor
just
Wars
the
yet,
trailers.
Ironheart.
Ironheart, that's it. Yeah, that's actually shaping up to sound pretty good, to be honest. I was skeptical, but like Ironheart's got like, is it Ryan Coogler who's
Raikou was producing.
Yeah, producing it, right?
So
got a bunch of the cast from Wakanda Forever. Let me actually go through your hectic notes and try and find where it is.
Jim Rash from Community, he was the Dean. He's back. He was in Civil War, which I didn't know about.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember who he plays. And then Anthony Ramos, he was in Transformers, Rise of the Beasts, and Twisters.
Mm-hmm.
He will be playing, I think, the main villain called the Hood.
Okay, I don't read.
I think was in that Spider-Man 2 prequel comic, which came out before the game came out.
Oh,
I believe it's
was
him.
he like the cultic type?
Yes,
right? Okay.
I believe that's who he's playing.
Okay,
Yeah,
I vaguely
the trailer.
remember that.
The trailer looked good. We
I
got
don't
to see a new
think
suit.
That was him, was it?
I don't know. I don't remember. I remember a guy having.
I've not
like
seen
a
the
hood, maybe.
trailer, so I don't know what a new suit looks like.
Yeah.
Well,
Sadly, also we can't show the trailers.
Yeah, we won't be able to show anything, will we? Otherwise,
We
get
like
likes.
to have our legs.
Right.
Disney will kill us. Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, and then obviously
Captain America 4.
Yep, Captain 4.
I don't care.
So like, we got an actual proper look at Red Hulk, didn't we? I've seen a few screenshots going around Twitter and whatnot.
Yeah.
He looks like Red Hulk.
He looks like Red Hulk, yeah. I mean, hey, I'll take that. Right. I'm feeling hopeful for it. I'd like a good Marvel movie still. Like, it isn't just Deadpool saving us all.
I just don't really care about these spy MCU films anymore. Like, it's just such a
if they do it well,
basic type for it. Like, sure, there's been good ones, but they just don't have that.
Another Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a misdirection, right?
Them.
And then obviously on to the most interesting one, Daredevil Born Again. I cannot wait.
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but in one of the most recent ones, the Punisher's actually in it. Which has been theorized all along, but now that it's been confirmed.
Yeah, all the original cast are back.
Good.
Like original.
I think I saw them in the trailer.
Yeah, no. Obviously they can't. Obviously Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox as their respective characters had already been introduced. But obviously Punisher's here as well, which is just and yeah.
I did a little layout of the trailer.
We got White Tiger, didn't we?
Yeah, he visits White Tiger and he has a comic accurate suit in the thing. And then
Muse will be the main villain.
There was little maybe Muse. I don't know who that is.
He's got
someone put a picture of him. And like him in the comics. He looks like what's his name? Ebony Moore? A little bit.
Ebony
Is that
Moore.
his name? Oh no. Well, he is in this picture, but now I look at other ones, he doesn't look anything like it.
Oh, let me scroll down. And wait.
He kind of like from Infinity War. You know the one that he says.
Oh yeah,
like,
Squidward.
Yeah. In one of the suits, but then another one he looks. I don't know. I don't really know who he is. This is what he looks like.
I'm trying to remember. I didn't read that name.
Like.
Oh.
He looks kind of weird.
Reminds me of what's Christian Bale's character in Love and Thunder?
Oh, Goal.
Yeah, that's it.
This is I wonder if
Wait, is Ironheart a movie or a show?
TV show.
Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how we structured this thing.
This is a mysterious and deranged artist with gruesome work of art. Was discovered after he anonymously sent the vigilante Blind Spot the address of the warehouse. So he's just like an artist, I'm guessing, that
Okay, who like has
kind
some
of
like,
kills
sort of-
people and makes probably their corpses into like art, maybe or
Oh,
something.
that reminds me
That's
of
what I'm
the
guessing.
Oh, what's the Arkham Knight quest? Is it
Oh.
Hushers? Like, you know,
Well,
like,
oh,
you know, like
Professor
Hushers.
Pig.
Oh, is it Pig?
Do you mean
Whichever
an Arkham
one's
Knight?
yeah, whichever was the one where the bodies are like found like around her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Professor Pig.
okay, yeah, Professor Pig. That's it. So it could be like that type character, which is always interesting.
Yeah.
Like it's deranged, like, but yeah, that we'll take it. Honestly, I'm just looking
And
forward to
then-
seeing more Charlie Cox, man. Like,
What else did we see? Trying to find.
we have a bunch of
actually-
animation stuff with Marvel.
Well, we got
So-
you missing stuff.
Oh,
Though.
have we missed stuff?
Well, Fisk and it seems that Fisk and Daredevil are gonna team up because in the trailer they're in a bar
Yeah,
and they're like, oh,
I'm
I
not.
don't know what they're saying.
I'm not sure whether how much of the original Netflix series like it takes though. Like, have either of you guys seen season 3
Of what?
When it came out,
of
Oh.
Daredevil?
whatever that was,
Marvel's
No.
a
good,
few years
okay.
ago.
Do you care about me spoiling it? Like,
No.
okay, basically, Fisk figures out Matt's identity. Do we know if that's going to carry over to the MCU or not, or is it going to be like a kind of replay of it being like that mental Fisk in Matt's head, or is he just going to find it out all over again?
I don't know if they've said how much of it is.
Yeah,
They're just bringing the entire show over
I'd
or
assume.
not.
I'd assume it would be everything with original cast being back and all.
It'd be kind of pointless to just go. This is I'm guessing it'd probably be like a soft reboot. I think that's what, but not. Oh, I don't know.
It's all. We'll get more information soon, hopefully.
Yeah, that releases March 2025.
Yep, and I am looking forward to it. Right, let's quickly move on to the animation then.
Lots of animation.
X-Men 97 has been given a season 2, and like Nathan's talked about the Grant Morrison suits.
Yes.
In the notes here. I've not yet watched 97, if I'm being honest. I don't have Disney
I've
Plus
watched
anymore.
the first episode. The animation is very nice.
I've heard it's very good though.
Yeah.
So I will. I hope that I get around to watching it eventually. But as I say, I've not got like pretty much any subscription services other than the Crunchyroll login that you're giving me.
Well, and then what else we got? Marvel Zombies.
Marvel Zombies. That's a
This just seems pointless.
spin-off of the.
Personally, I'm quite excited for it. You know, I love zombie media. I think it's great.
We noticed.
I don't know if it will be any good. The What If episode was good, but I don't know if it granted a whole series to be made after it. But I hope it's good, because we're kind of got a lack of good zombie media at the minute. So
yeah.
I mean, this is a 4-episode TVMA, which means it'll be gory event series. So
Right.
I'm
I'm guessing it'll be like you know
Oh,
what
so-
Werewolf by Night was a few years back.
Yeah.
It might be like replacing that. Yeah.
Ah,
So
okay.
we got some things here like the Mandarin gives Shang-Chi the 10 rings to save his arm from being bit, and Shang-Chi Catty?
I don't know who that is.
Is it Catty? I don't know. I was like, God, that
Jimmy
isn't
Woo.
that one
That's
from
the
Jimmy Woo
investigator,
is-
isn't
the guy from The Office,
it?
and the one from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, he's the
They're fighting a
investigator.
Skrull biker gang in a Mad Max style sequence. That sounds
Damn.
kind of cool.
John Krasinski with another role in the MCU again, man.
I know. But I do like that Shang-Chi is getting a lot more.
Oh yeah,
focus,
Shang-Chi was a banging movie. Like one of my top.
It's decent.
10.
Because
Right.
if you see here, what if season 3? There's some stuff about that,
Okay.
which he will be
There's-
in that again
Yeah. Oh,
with an
finals.
episode.
This is the final
him
season
and
now.
Ironheart. Yeah, so this is the final season. I don't really care. I don't.
I haven't watched
and
season 2.
It's just kind of whatever.
I watched
Isaac?
season 1. There were a lot of hits, a lot of misses. Like kind of like they were on extremes of the spectrum. Kind of. The Doctor Strange episode was the best one. In my opinion, I really loved that one. I can't honestly remember much more than that. I know there was a zombies one, there was an Ultron Winds one, there was but then that kind of expanded into like 3 episodes or something. But yeah.
Isaac, did you watch season 2?
did, and like what Daniel said was hit and miss. It's like Black Mirror. It's some episodes are absolutely amazing, and then some episodes are just who thought of this terrible idea.
Function.
Yeah, the Doctor Strange one's great. What If Ultron one is great, and then there's like in season 2 for some reason they do a continuation of a What If in season 1. So in season 1 they did What If Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum. Then in season 2 they do the same thing but for Captain America Winter Soldier. It's just Peggy Carter going through Winter Soldier, and Steve is the Winter Soldier, and it's just like
How does
I would have preferred its own a completely different thing to this because it's just basically what we've already seen.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Right.
Although I will say something cool about this, it kind of gives us a little taste of the Avengers in the show. They said so. There's gonna be an episode where an Avengers-style team, which is Sam Wilson, Captain America, Moon Knight, Monica Rambeau, and more, are facing off against these Gamma monsters,
okay,
which
so
is good because we have no idea who our Avengers are.
Yeah.
And we're almost at Secret Wars.
Yeah, no.
Doomsday.
Doomsday's around the corner and we have no team, essentially.
By now, we would have had at least 2 Avengers movies.
Yeah. The structure feels very...
So.
Yeah. Right. And then we got 2 more, I believe.
Yes, Eyes of Wakanda.
Eyes of Wakanda.
Which is a prequel series about the history of Wakanda and how. So Todd Harris is developing the series. He was a storyboard artist on many action movies.
Can you name any?
Nope.
Well, that's great.
Interesting stuff though. Ryan Coogler, who I think is working on it, I'm guessing, he says it does a beautiful job of representing the history of those who had to keep Wakanda a secret over centuries.
Is that his own genuine words, or is that, okay, you're on the stage of Disney, if you don't say this, the sniper's going to take you out?
I mean, either way, he probably would have been killed. I mean, I'd like to see Wakanda before. We've only really seen it as it's become opened up to the world.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And how that's affected it. So
that'd be nice to see, but I feel like this is going to be a series or movie?
A TV series.
Okay,
an animated TV series.
Right. I'm interested in how they'd managed to do that for multiple episodes.
Maybe it'll be like different places. Like one episode is like during the Second World War, and one episode is like the Revolutionary War or the colonization of Africa, and it's how they navigate major events in Africa's history.
Right. Okay.
Just like
that could be good. Yeah, that could be good. Right. And then obviously the final thing is this the animated Spider-Man thing that was supposed to be freshman years or something?
I believe that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the Spider-Man prequel, which everyone thought was going to be MCU prequel, but it's not. It's a completely different universe. So we got some stuff on that. We got 2 cast members. So Hudson Thames, he was in What If? You know the episode with the zombies, actually.
Oh, did he voice Peter in that?
He's voicing Peter in that.
Okay.
Coleman Domingo will voice Norman Osborn.
He
was Victor Strand in Fear the Walking Dead.
I've not watched any Walking Dead.
He was a standout character in Fear the Walking Dead, even when it, hit rock bottom. So.
And we got some. So Peter and Norman's relationship, we got a kind of idea. So it's like a what if. So obviously Peter and Tony in the MCU, that was kind of like he was his mentor.
Yeah, it was like a really.
They're gonna flip that and have Norman be his mentor, but Peter's gonna learn from him. But obviously Norman is a bit cray.
So kind of like if Norman in the Raimi trilogy had Tony's charisma, kind of. And like I guess towards Peter.
Maybe.
That could be interesting to see.
And we got a first clip of the show, which shows how Peter got his spider bite with. This is kind of interesting. Doctor Strange and Venom come through a portal fighting along with a spider.
Oh, so Venom.
So Venom already exists. So he must have not had to wear the symbiote suit then.
Wait, but then how would Venom get his inspiration?
That's what I'm interested in.
I think with the multiverse saga, it could be them fighting through universes, if you know what I mean.
Doctor Strange, Time Stone.
Could be possible.
Like, maybe it's a prelude to an event that happens later in the show. Like, where Venom kind of learns the Time Stone to try and stop Spider-Man or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be, yeah.
I do
You
like
put
how it
some
ties into
links on, but I
MCU.
kind of feel like we're not going
This
to
is
put them on.
This is just some shots of the show, kind of character
I'll,
designs.
yeah, I'll check them
I'll
out
show them
later.
for the visual
Oh, okay.
watchers.
Oh, okay.
So
I can't click on
sorry,
that link.
Spotify listeners.
I mean,
We'll keep
the
watching.
video's still on Spotify, you realize, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just the audio.
Nope, it is the video as well.
Are we done with D23 then?
No,
No,
did we do
there's
Star
still...
Wars
Yeah, we still got
Okay.
Star Wars and
and
then...
Avatar 3?
Yeah.
That's what I actually wanted to talk about. Avatar 3. That's why I was wondering if we'd finished.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see right there, guys, that's the Avatar 3
Just a logo. Fire and
logo.
ash. But it's
And
tiny.
I honestly think that logo goes quite hard in all honesty.
Do they go to Ba
I
Sing
do
Se in
like
this
it.
one?
No.
You what?
Do they go to Ba Sing Se in this one?
Guess we'll find out.
No one's getting my joke.
I don't. What's that?
I'm very disappointed in you both. Have neither of you watched Avatar Last Airbender?
No.
Oh my god.
I'm incredibly disappointed in you both.
Oops. Shh.
This
That
Avatar's
I
better
forgot.
anyway.
No,
so-
it is not. It is not.
It is.
Avatar
come on.
Last Airbender is so much better. I enjoyed that
Fine.
one so much more.
Anyway,
Jeez, how have you not
Isaac.
watched it?
so this one it says have more emotional stakes than before. You know.
Is this...
Which
Okay.
is good. Because
Trust me, bro.
the second film, the first film I feel like did, because it was the first film. I feel like it had what it needed to be a good solo film. But I think the second film fell a bit short with introducing so many new characters, with all the kids, and then at the end, spoilers by the
Spoilers.
way, one of the kids fucking dies, and like you hardly the kid's on screen for like 7 minutes of a 2.5 hour film, so you don't really care. You just kind of move on. So
Yeah, I feel like that.
One
So
thing,
it says here.
one thing I'm
What?
noticing about what we're discussing at D23 is that there's a lot of sequels. And it
Yeah.
kind of raises the question, who's asking
They've
for half
said-
of these?
They want to focus on sequels because no one cares about. Well, no one goes out to watch the original stuff.
I mean that's
I mean,
not
oh.
true.
You know,
If it looks good,
Yeah,
like if
the
it
only
as
thing-
long as it's not Borderlands, like
oh, that was we'll get into
Ooh.
that in a later topic, but it's like,
But
I had a little note here. 'Cause aren't they, Nathan, you mentioned the John Wick series. It's just like a new one on top of what they'd already mentioned.
Huh?
Well,
I
you
just thought
had
it was
the
like John
note.
Wick series.
You had the note. You
I
made
thought,
the
oh.
note. Is it
That's what I said. You just want new John Wick's TV series is in development,
right?
which
It just feels like milking the franchise
I
again.
don't
'Cause the
care.
Continental wasn't good, really. It really dropped the ball into what was a already consistent franchise. Things are just
Eventually
getting
we get a
milked
fifth
too
film.
much. And speaking of monetary milking, kind of, do you guys see all the Fortnite collabs that got announced?
Yes.
My entire Instagram feed was just, introducing villains in Fortnite, and it's just Captain Hook and stuff. And then, introducing even more Marvel and Star Wars characters. Like,
hmm
it's just monetary overload, kind of.
I feel like Disney just because they can't outright buy Epic, they're just like we want to put ourselves in this market, so we're just gonna overload them all with skins because they can't buy Epic.
Disney's like got
So
a
so
monopoly
they just buy
high.
companies
Yeah.
and then put themselves in it.
And then make
That's what I
absolutely
fear
terrible
Xbox is doing.
stuff. Yeah.
So, but
The thing is, like,
so yeah, that's what they're
they
doing.
wouldn't need to buy everything if they just put good stuff out nowadays.
Mhm.
It's just kind of a really, like, annoying
Lazy.
thing to see, yeah. I mean,
It's just outright
fair
lazy.
plays to, like, Epic employees and whatnot, get that back, but, like,
Mhm.
Disney, man, what are you doing? Remember when it was a good
Yeah.
company? It was never, but...
I mean, I don't care about Fortnite.
Hmm.
I haven't cared in. Well, I think the last time I really cared was literally a few months ago because Solid Snake was in the game.
I mean, I'll
Not
check
because of the game, just because I like Snake.
out the
Oh.
new season, because I enjoyed the last time they did a Marvel one. Plus Doctor
Mhm.
Doom, like, that's sick looking skin and all. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
about it, though.
So,
So,
did we talk about Star Wars?
we haven't talked about Star Wars. I've not been interested in Star Wars for a long time now.
I mean, it looks interesting. So, well, I say interesting. So we got Mandalorian and Grogu. They are so Zeb from Star Wars Rebels will reappear.
I don't know
Okay.
who that is.
He was in Rebels.
I
don't
didn't watch Rebels, if I'm being
Yeah, I
honest.
think he was in Mandalorian season 3. I think he made a
Was he?
cameo in that. Yeah, I think it might be episode 2 or something.
Are you
He
sure
was
it
with the
wasn't like?
Rebels.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Ahsoka? Because apparently that had a lot of Rebels.
No, I think it was Mando.
characters.
It might. I mean,
You've put here the Razor Crest returns.
yes, they do show a shot of a Razor Crest.
Does this mean it's going to be like a prequel to one of the seasons, or
I'm gonna guess he just gets a new ship.
Is it just a somehow the Razor Crest returned?
He might just get a new
with
ship.
Oscar Isaac just saying it in a very dramatic voice.
Yeah, like I said,
And
new ship because like, oh, this ship is recognizable for you, so we're gonna give you this to sell more toys. We gotta make money from toys.
We can sell more Grogu plushies this way. Okay.
Grogu riding the Razor Crest toy.
I believe we also got 2 more Star Wars things.
Well,
Skeleton
one of them...
Crew?
Oh, I don't care.
I don't know what the hell that is.
That's, like I said last time, a 90s style kind of kids film in set in Star Wars. So that's kind of the vibe I get. Which, okay, well, 80s kind of thing. I don't care.
And the one
But
people
Andor
probably
season
care
2.
more about, Andor.
Yeah.
I
used to watch it.
I'm very concerned for how it's going to handle this, because the time jump of a year every 3 episodes, how's that going to make tracking the plot?
Well, House of the Dragon does that.
I've not watched
Is
House
that done
of
well,
Dragon.
Isaac?
I've not been.
You watch House of the Dragon?
I've watched like the first season.
Time jumps.
Yeah, there's a lot of time jumps in the first season.
How do you say that affects your enjoyment?
It's a bit of a disconnect because you get attached to a character and then it's like 6 years later and then it's like this character's now married, they've got kids, and it's a bit of a disconnect for me. I don't know if it's the same for everyone else, but yeah. I think compared to Game of Thrones, it's got nothing on Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon.
I've not watched either yet, but
what I think he said then was it's got nothing on Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
you said a 6-year time jump when you were watching.
4 years. Oh.
No, I'm talking about when Isaac was watching House of Dragon. Like,
I was gonna say.
Was the how long was the time jump?
I'm not exactly sure, but I believe it's something around. There's like 1 to 2 year time jumps towards the start, and then towards the end of the season, there's a big like, I want to say 10 to 15 year time jump.
How did you feel about the 1 to 2 year time jumps at the start?
It was fine, but every episode felt like it was a different story. It didn't feel like one continuous story, and it kind of made watching each episode a slog because they'd be the same characters, but there'd be 2 more years of stuff behind them that I had no idea about.
Yeah. What would you say the chances of a show with a 1 year jump every 3 episodes would be then?
I think pretty good. It depends what the show is. Shows like House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, quite difficult to follow because there's a lot of intellectual conversations, and you might miss stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, it's kings and queens and whatnot, political scandals.
Yeah. There's a lot of like complex.
Yeah, as long as it's easy to follow and easy to understand, I think time jumping regularly isn't a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I might just be, special and just have, a bad connection. But
yeah, I've not watched all of Andor season 1 yet. I think I got a couple episodes in. Then I kind of got sick of watching TV for a bit, so I'll definitely resume it at some point though, because I hear really good things about it. Saw Gerrera was in it?
Who, sorry?
Saw Gerrera.
Yeah,
and
he was from Thingamajig.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in
Rogue because it's a prequel.
Season 1. Oh,
because obviously he dies at the end of Rogue One.
Oh, it might just mean as his character then. Okay.
Yeah.
Could this be a way to introduce live action Cal Kestis? I'm reaching, bro.
Maybe.
I just want to see a live action Cal
And then
Kestis.
what was it? Krennic, I think was the Admiral dude in Rogue
Krennic.
One. I believe that was
I
his
think
name.
that might be right.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And then
We were close to greatness.
K2SO.
And then K2SO was the robot.
Mm-hmm. Next year. Okay, so we're getting a few like Rogue One tie-ins, kind of. Which that was a banging
I liked
movie.
Rogue One.
Oh, yeah, that was a banging movie. I really liked that.
I think when I watched it, it was like, that's good. But now, because everything else is awful, I'm like, this is really good.
Raises it on a really high pedestal. I think.
Average Star Wars.
Is that all of D23?
That is all. Very busy.
Oh my god, that took up half an hour of the whole subject.
Wow.
Right, let's
You can't hear my fan, can you? I want to make sure.
Let's take
it's very warm.
Let's take a little dive off of movies and TV for a bit and go on to gaming, the other half of this podcast. So this week, a game that me and Nathan especially were really we enjoyed playing it quite a lot until it obviously died because of the server issues. Splitgate. There's a sequel been announced recently, and they recently also dropped a gameplay trailer.
Although this is more like if people are playing a gameplay demo, which I like a lot more.
Yeah, like we saw.
You get to talk to people.
We also saw actual names in the gaming, sort of social space, playing the game and giving their thoughts. Yeah,
I didn't recognize a single person.
I think when Dom saw it, he mentioned a couple of names. I don't watch esports much, but I'm assuming they were because they had the whole username on there and whatnot. So they're obviously people in the gaming social space. This time the game introduces classes, which we saw from the trailer, but we just went in a bit more depth to it.
Yeah, 3 classes. So there's the Arrows. This is like the DPS standard, fast movement, agile, reliable on portals. So there's 2 abilities. You get a rush ability where you can zoom across the map, and then you get stims.
I'm doing the sound effects. Don't worry.
I don't want a card. Thank you for very good.
So
that was all I remember.
Yeah, it's kind of being like a one-man team, kind of early on, getting a pick then fall back kind of sort of role I'm feeling, or just
gives me Tracer vibes.
Essentially like Tracer gameplay.
And then we got Sabrask, that's what you say it, which is the healer and support role.
Yeah, which feels like the one I'll be playing.
So this one, so you get ultimates now. I think that's what the rush move is. But this one, wall hacks, so you can see people's health bars and stuff through the walls. And you get and you get a time dome, so you can shoot, reload, and move a lot faster in the dome.
If enemies go in it, they have the inverted effect, so they are just slow essentially. Which
They
did you not watch the thing? But yeah, no, the enemies get the invert end of it, which is a nice thing. I can see that being used in quite a few little techie sort of things. Enemies following me through my portal, slow.
Yeah.
I can see that being used quite a lot.
And then Meridian is the last role. This is defense and fraggers.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to use this one because of what I'll come on to later. So you get a smart wall, which is it's a shield from Overwatch. You can shoot through it. Enemies can't shoot you. Yeah. You get grenades, which seem quite powerful in that trailer.
Yeah.
They were almost one-shotting people. And then
I'm assuming there'll be some sort of tweak to them to make it balanced with the high damage. So they take a while to unlock or something they'll have a cooldown or something, or sorry, I just got a bit distracted there. Or they have slow movement.
What is it here? Better for players who don't use the portal that much.
Okay.
I am someone who I forget the portal exists in Splitgate.
I would 100% use Eris a lot, but except aim is my weak point in games, so it would really be bad for me. So I'm just gonna kind of stay the middle ground because I use portals a hell of a lot. You can't keep track of where I am on the map. I think Dom said it quite a lot. I'm just sort of everywhere.
Friend of the show, Dom is, by the way.
Yeah, Dom's kind of the rat in the vents at the minute. Don't worry about it. But yeah.
You got anything to say about it, Isaac? Could you very big Splitgate?
Did Isaac play Splitgate?
I don't really care about Splitgate. It's not really my type of FPS game, to be honest. So I don't really have much to say.
Overwatch. Ew.
I don't like Overwatch.
Yeah, everyone knows that
I'm just forced to play Overwatch.
Oh, I uninstalled
it actually.
Hell yeah. That's my guy. That means Nathan's the most degenerate.
No way did you uninstall Overwatch.
I mean, I've installed it on my PS after, but
oh, god damn it, Isaac.
It's easy to 100%, you see.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Splitgate 2. Looks good. Promising.
Now on to something that's been a bit of a hot topic recently. The Helldivers update. We mentioned this
Oh yeah.
last week. We were talking about how we're excited for it. We all tried it out. I enjoyed
like
it.
it.
I've been liking it. But
Yeah, it's fun. I think it helps that we've taken a long break from it as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of everyone did though with the low player count. But the
Yeah.
community, oh, they did not like a couple nerfs. And by
Did
that
they
I mean
not?
the only nerfs. So
Oh no.
now, instead of being able to just point at the head of a charger, you have to go around it to shoot it with the flamethrower. And yeah,
I
that's
do that
quite
anyway.
that's quite literally the nerf for the flamethrower. It doesn't go through the front armor of enemies now. Womp womp. And then the incendiary breaker has 2 less magazines in your reserve.
That is quite annoying though.
I think it balanced it out. They kept the
Like,
power of the weapon, and they balanced. Which I did some like backtracking. You know when the railgun got the nerf to its like damage? Like,
No.
No.
this was all the way back at the start of the game, kind of
Oh,
like.
then no.
The railgun had them. This is like when the distaste to nerf kind of stemmed from. The railgun got like a massive nerf, like in damage,
Yeah.
and people were like, oh, how about you make it have like a longer cooldown or less ammo? They've essentially taken that feedback and done it here. You have less ammo, but you keep the power of the incendiary. It still clears. And I've not been noticing it. Like, it's just simply being resourceful, finding the ammo packs on the map, or using. Because I think we were using this, Nathan, the supply pack, like the one on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really helpful, and honestly, I do not notice running out of ammo in the incendiary much, unless I've like really gone out of the way to avoid picking up ammo. Like,
I noticed it when I first started playing again. That's because I've just started playing again.
Yeah, you just
My gun that I always use, I am running out of ammo too quick.
Yeah, you've just kind of got to learn trigger discipline and stop COD reloading. Honestly, it doesn't make. So I was doing a run this morning.
More resourceful.
Yeah, like I was doing a run this morning to try and get my personal order done. I found I wasn't running out of ammo at all. Essentially, I think there was one time where I was just kind of stuck in a bug nest, like trying to fight off all the things surrounding me, so I didn't get a chance to reload. Like that was it.
Yeah.
I think with nerfs on Helldivers, they don't bother me whatsoever. I think people are just overreacting a bit to them. They're trying to make the game a more fun experience, even if that means making things weaker. And I think if they can't see that, then like it's really a them problem.
Yeah. I
Because
think
if something's overpowered and can just wipe out 50 Terminids in like 10 shots, I don't think that's necessarily fair, especially something that you can get quite easily. So,
yeah,
I mean, they can still definitely have it, but reducing the ammo, I think, makes perfect sense.
yeah. I think I saw.
You can't hear the ice cream truck, can you?
We can hear it. Yeah, you can.
We
Edit that,
can.
don't
Sorry.
worry. I saw this post on, I think it was either Reddit or Twitter, which kind of perfectly summarized it, and it's the conflicting views. The devs see it as like a game where it's, oh, you're constantly being overrun, calling in for reinforcements. The players want the game to be Doomslayer dropped into a planet, essentially. And I think...
Which it should be! I love Doom!
I think there seriously needs to be some middle ground, which players kind of need to accept this is the game that they were sold, but also devs need to kind of understand this is kind of a play style they want to try and be able to achieve if they get good enough at the game.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to find that middle ground, which is what feedback is for, and not crying on Reddit saying, "Oh, I spam negative reviews."
You can see only review bombing the game.
Some like a very small amount of players do it. I noticed it.
Not as bad as what it was a few months back.
The actual people who like aren't like 13 are just kind of like seeing that we got more buffs. That it's not mixed. It's only recent mixed. Like the game's still like overall positive. But yeah, I mean we got 2 nerfs in comparison to 11 noted buffs, and I actually found another buff this morning. You guys know all the laser-based weapons?
Yeah.
They now inflict fire damage. It's like enemies burn. Yeah. So there was even like some shadow buff, which they didn't mention. So I think overall this was a really positive update. The Impaler has its few bugs, but but I think it's quite a fun enemy to like combat because you've got to kind of like go out of your way, avoid the tentacles, and then find the source of it. Kind of, I kind of like that play. I
Kind
think
of like
it,
stalkers.
yeah, it kind of really except instead of it's honestly like except that the roles are reversed, so you have to actively go hunt them instead of the stalkers actively hunting you. So I think
I've
that
actually found some reviews here, negative reviews on Steam. Of those two. So one here, I won't say their names
yeah.
to shame them. You can find it anyway. So this guy here says, yes, let's make a DLC based around flamethrowers, and in the same DLC, let's nerf them to be useless when they were not OP at all. They were balanced brain dead game devs.
Right.
Wow.
The flamethrower kind of mowed through enemies, and it still does. Like they didn't nerf the damage.
Yeah.
Like you were using it, weren't you? In the
I love the flamethrower. That's
yeah.
my favorite thing in the game.
Have you noticed any change other than it doesn't clip through bodies?
No, not really.
Yeah, it is the exact same. They just kind of fixed a bug that's been in thing, which kind of granted it a bit too much power. But even then, the enemies are heading towards you. It's not. You've just got to be a bit more patient, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's honestly people overreacting. It was a good update. I've really been enjoying it.
Oh, these ones. There's more here, see. Devs hate the idea you might have fun. Most recently, it's put out on all flamethrower DLC, which was exciting. The flamethrower already in the game was one of my favorite weapons. In preparation for the DLC, they nerfed the fire damage into the ground so it can't kill armored enemies or crowds. The two things it was good at versus a regular MG. I hate this balance philosophy.
Again,
If you want to shake up the game meta, give players new options. And then this is a pretty long one. I'm not reading all that.
I agree with one part of that whole review, and that's kind of other weapons kind of need to be a bit more prominent, kind of like have a more impactful role, kind of. It's kind of we've got 6 like assault rifles, and about 2 of them do something different, and that's the medium armor pierce and the concussion. Other than that, they all kind of blend in with one another. But
Sorry, this review is a negative review here from the Cuminator, saying when we're going to see some buffs, only the enemies are getting them. It's just a serious review, but his name is funny. It's the Cuminator. Anyway.
Again, I feel like a lot of this is just one guy kind of posted like about it, and then everyone just kind of didn't go experiment and just started mass posting about it. Because again, it's still so easy to kill things with a flamethrower.
Well, it's not easy to kill. Well, I'm gonna say it's not easy to kill things in level 10.
Oh yeah,
we have played level 10, haven't we?
Yeah, we did. That was what the final few missions were.
It only really felt bad at the end.
Yeah, no.
Which I guess it has to.
Yeah, obviously. That's when all the enemies kind of focused
that was
in on your
awful
location.
when we were trying to extract.
It was fun
Just like
though.
15
it
spewers.
it felt like what the game used to be like when we first started, kind of, which I'm happy about. But the new side objectives are fun. Like here, I think we didn't really get to experience, me and Isaac, the automaton one because we kind of got overrun. But it's like this destroy bioprocessor thing, where it's just another like thing you've got to destroy, but you can't use stratagems on it, which they don't kind of indicate very well. That's like one thing I'll give feedback on. There needs to be like a stratagem kind of blocked area type thing to indicate it or something. Because I was throwing like eagle strikes on it, and they just weren't spawning in. I'm not sure about you, Isaac, if you had that. Isaac's just
I think for the automatons, there was so many automatons.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy how many there was.
Yeah, the automaton spawn rates need tweaking in my opinion, because even when we went down to like difficulty 5 for a bit, like it still felt like the exact same amount was spawning with the exact same amount of units. Like difficulty 5, and there were 6 Hulks at once on that thing.
Yeah.
And then like there's still a bunch of Devastators and stuff, like a lot of heavies, which are the most annoying Devastator in my opinion, because your health bar just kind of disappears if you blink.
Yeah.
Automatons, yeah, they need a little bit of a tweak there. I didn't see the new... Actually, no, I saw one of the new units, which was the rocket tank. I could not identify where the weak point was, so I just threw a rail cannon on it, and it was kind of gone. Which is fine, like, well, I'm sure we'll figure it out, it's new things. I didn't see the rocket strider thing, whatever the walkers are called. Scouts or something.
I did. They're scary. They knock you over and then continue to shoot missiles at you.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I feel like there needs to be an armor which kind of reduces ragdolling and stuff. I think there might be actually, isn't there? Like the bomb squad looking armor does that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think heavy armor resists knockback and like stun and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
So it might be worth trying to get more. Maybe a medium variety of that would be nice. Because I don't think we have that yet. So that would be a nice introduction to kind of ease people into automatons. Because I don't see much heavy armor being used at all, to be honest.
No.
I'll
I
use
use it for the
defense. Like,
the ones you gotta kill people. Kill like a certain amount of bugs.
yeah. Like the eradicates
I'll
and
use it
the like and the defense.
The
I'll
defense
use
ones,
it.
yeah. Because you're not
But
moving
other
that
than
much.
yeah, I won't use it in anything other than that though. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm like, oh, I think when the swampy jungle type of map came out, I used the heavy armor from Viper Commandos, but that was
Yeah.
about it. But yeah,
They're good armors.
but overall, I think it was a good update. I
I like
enjoyed
it.
it. I'm
I
down to
still
play
like the
some.
game.
Oh yeah,
I just don't want to play it as much as I used to when I first got the game again.
I still want to
Like,
play it a bunch. My body
it's
is a
still my
machine.
contender for game of the year.
Yeah, my body is a
So-
machine which turns horde shooters into the best time of my life.
Well,
Right. I think that covers the gaming, so let's go back into movies for a little bit.
well,
Borderlands. Oh, did you want to bring something?
Really a movie.
we're missing the Five Nights at Freddy's collab, Daniel.
Oh.
It's in the internet.
Oh,
Crazy.
well.
I've got that kind of linked at the bottom if you have a look. Let's bring up the primary link though. The Borderlands movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next thing.
It got a 0. How do you get a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes?
Because you are the Borderlands movie.
That is
Like-
like I don't think even Morbius had that.
No.
Currently has a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 100, sorry.
Oh,
On
no.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Can you go straight Morbius's, please?
I think Mobius is a bit higher.
Because that was
Mobius is a 15.
an awful movie. This
Mobius
was
is awful.
the worst movie of all time, arguably.
Well, we can see a friend of the shows. We can see he actually went to see. He invited us all, and I said on the group chat, "Hell no," and got called rude. And what do you know?
that
It was god awful.
That was very rude. Like he was offering you free.
I think it was perfect.
It was not. No, that
So
was very
he
rude.
gave the film half a star and said, "I hate anyone who wrote / produced this film. There's like a few good characters. Pardon me. There's a few good characters, but overall shit. Only reason why it's got half a star is because it wasn't completely boring."
I
but it was
watched
shit.
a YouTube video summarizing the entire thing and showcasing a few little leak screenshots. Oh my god, it looks awful. Oh, I'm glad I didn't go actually see it. That would have been the biggest waste of money in my life. And I bought Space Engineers, and I got trapped on a desolate planet with nothing else.
Like I've heard it's not even like fun bad. It's just boring bad.
Yeah,
which is bad. Movies like.
It's just
why do you hire people that don't know what the game is?
Exactly. Let's look at video game adaptations done right. Last of Us. That series slapped. That was a really good series. It did its own little few unique twists and takes on it, but they were still good because the people actually had like a passion for it. You could tell care was put into it. Season 2's coming out soon, and I hope that it has the same level of quality. Obviously, there's going to be a very touchy subject regarding golf, but we won't get into that too much. We'll talk about that more around the time it comes out.
Yeah, when we get a trailer or something.
Yeah, something
we only
like that.
saw Ellie and Joel a little bit.
Yeah.
I do see a lot of leaks on the Last of Us subreddit of sets and stuff.
I saw
for
one.
Part 2.
I saw one of a certain cabin.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But adaptations on video games are so 50-50. Because we got a Yakuza one coming out soon. And I believe is it the producers know nothing about the source?
So what it said was the cast reveals that they have never played the games. We wanted to do our own version.
No. The Halo show did this.
Yakuza is so good because it's so goofy.
Yeah, Yakuza's supposed to be just this goofy yet treats itself serious thing, but also treats itself good. It's got a perfect blend of it. It's just one of my favorite comments is, "What is Yakuza even about, bro?" because that
Yeah.
just kind of summarizes it, but we love it for it. And if you
It's
don't
just
know
so-
anything about that, how are you going to get that same vibe?
Yeah, I've never played Yakuza. I don't even know anything about it. But if I was made to make a film or series on it, I'd at least play one of the games.
Yeah, like, I'd go try it out. Like,
Yeah.
What are they doing?
And sometimes you just wonder why we even let these adaptations happen. Because when they happen, there's so many abysmal ones. Like, we have a few good ones, but then we got the abysmal
Like
ones
movie
which feel like,
2.
yeah.
That's a good one.
It's like,
Mario Bros. Movie's good.
right, this one's a, is it really needed one? High on Life.
No.
What is it for Higher on Life? Is
It's
it a
just
DLC or
no,
a
it's like a
second
TV.
game?
It's a TV show.
TV
So,
show.
might as well just watch
Oh.
Rick and
Rick and
Morty.
Morty.
Yeah, exactly. We've got Rick
Well,
and... What's
I've
the other
fully
one?
played
Polar
Higher on
Opposites?
Life, and the DLC, and I really enjoyed the game, but I don't think it needs a show.
Yeah. If you want that kind of like goofy ass world with the comedy and stuff, Rick and Morty isn't the other one Polar Opposites? I want to say.
I believe that's what it's with the aliens
Yeah,
in
yeah.
real life. Yeah.
That's another one which is apparently like really in that stuff. Like there are options. Like it just doesn't need to happen.
Mhm.
Kind of. It already exists. So that market is there. It's fulfilled. Some obviously angry fans about Justin Roiland. You're gonna get that exact same thing here. It doesn't need to happen. And then we also have this weird area where we have these mixed opinion adaptations, which is where we kind of link to Five Nights at Freddy's. Did you guys watch the movie?
I have seen the movie.
No, I have not seen it.
Okay, I've
I
seen
thought
it.
it was okay.
I
liked
think
it when I
was
watched
kind
it.
of meh.
It was kind of like Deadpool and Wolverine, but like I enjoyed it when I watched it, but then after us, I was just kind of like, it wasn't as good as I thought it was.
I just kind of didn't like it off the bat, kind of. It felt like it just kind of wanted to bump in a bunch of references and stuff. Like, the character switch-ups were the worst part. They really throw me off movies. They're making another one, though. Obviously, we knew that I'd get the green light with a franchise like this.
It's like the biggest Blumhouse film ever.
The only Blumhouse film to succeed. I mean,
Well, I think
Blumhouse
no, because Conjuring.
Yeah, true, but
I think that was Blumhouse. But yeah,
I don't think
it's
was
a well.
Oops. Either way, Blumhouse isn't really a well respected kind of name in a thing. But I mean, it was gonna get a green
It's done
light
some
anyway.
big hits. They did that Megan.
I haven't seen
They're
that
more
yet.
known for very cheap films, but then they make a lot of bank because they're so low budget.
Cheap films,
and
Crusader films.
So many.
But no.
Hey man, don't diss us.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how the second movie plays out. Obviously, I think sequels are kind of just the opportunity to kind of get the best recipe. You've put out the initial thing, you've seen what people like, what they don't like. This is your chance to work on that feedback. So we'll see. But obviously, there was much more FNAF news attached. We got a new game announcement, and then we had some new game releases, I'm fairly sure.
Are we talking about the pictures that it's Scott Cawthon, I believe?
Oh yeah, we got some like prop pictures, didn't we, of like all the toy animatronics.
He's been showing the toy animatronics.
And it looks like the withered ones. It looked like we got some of the withered ones.
The only one I remember seeing was the Bonnie one, but like the face all gone.
Yeah.
Try and find it.
There was a Foxy one which I could tell wasn't. I think it was.
I thought it was Mangle.
I don't think it was Mangle because it didn't have like the toy rounding, smoothing kind of. If we can try and get them in the chat real quick.
So we have the first picture.
First one looks like original
Withered Chica, maybe Withered Freddy.
And that is either Freddy or Bonnie. I feel like it's going to be Freddy because Bonnie shouldn't have the faceplate unless they start.
Yeah, and also we see Withered Bonnie a bit lower down.
Yeah. Oh, do we?
So that's clearly Chica. Yeah, that's the newest picture. But
oh yeah,
this is the very bottom. But this one is clearly Withered Chica because her mouth is
broken.
Then
we got Toy Freddy, which looks good. Mangle. Which is it going to be in its mangled state? We have no clue. Oh my god! Look at some of the masks in the background. I just realised.
Oh my god.
That's some other.
Isaac, is that you?
No.
They've got Toy Bonnie. He looks good.
I mean, he's always been the creepiest one of the toy ones, in my opinion.
Toy Chica, you know, in parentheses, because that barely looks like it. That's meant to be Toy Chica.
Looks like a cast.
When they take the face off. at the peak
Yeah, it
of
looks like a
Fairy.
cast or like mold or something.
She's so bad though.
No.
That kind of vibe.
Then we've obviously got the Withered Foxy, which I was on about.
And then
And then
Withered
Withered
Bonnie.
So it's nice to see we're going to get the Withered animatronics. Interesting how they're
Yeah,
going
and you're gonna have
It
to.
feels like they're
You're gonna have
definitely
to.
following the games, kind of like. Which is going to make 3 interesting.
Oh yeah.
Because, yeah.
I mean,
I'm excited to see what the...
This one's going to be gorier.
Wonder if
so...
there'll be method acting for Springtrap. Sit locked
Hopefully,
away in
I
a
hope so.
hidden off section for like 7 years or something.
And there was another thing which, along with these pictures, was Scott Cawthon, I
is this
believe,
about
put
the
on 4 scripts.
Yeah, like different sections.
One of them is real, and you got to try and guess which ones.
I mean, none of them really
Like-
sound good, but that's because they're all out of context.
Mhm.
The one
I
which
didn't
I
read 'em,
definitely don't like. Take a guess, Nathan. Which one I definitely don't like?
I don't know. I didn't read them.
Oh, did you not? There's one which involves the military, and like they
What?
somehow have
Oh,
some
hang on.
relation to
I just can't...
the pizza.
Is it General Everly?
Yeah. And he's like, oh,
Oh, yeah,
why
I've
did we
seen
ever
that.
back this pizza or get backed by this pizzeria? It's like I don't like that idea. Please, Scott, for fuck's sake, please do not have that.
What if that's the real one?
If that's
Because
the
it sounds
real
so
one, I'm not watching
stupid.
it. If I see any military involvement, I'm not watching it.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
it's FNAF.
We got some games announced alongside it. Moving on, was it Into the Pit? I think I've seen recently on. I think I saw
Isn't that already
Dan
out?
CDM was live on it last night. Yeah. But I think that had
I
some
thought that came
news
out ages
on.
ago.
No, it came out recently. I'm fairly sure. But let me go on Steam
Oh.
front page. Hold on, because I swear I saw it.
I know the main one that they showed was Secret of the Mimic,
Secret
which
of
is in the works.
Oh, is that?
Releases next year.
That's a build on Security Breach now. So I think the Mimic's the animatronic at the end.
I don't know FNAF lore anymore.
Well, I watched I can't remember whose playthrough it was, but I watched a playthrough of Ruin, and the Mimic I believe is the animatronic at the end of it. So that's I'm assuming that's just going to be like a sequel to Security Breach Ruin, which would be nice to see because it ended on a cliffhanger.
And I didn't watch it.
I watched it. I watched it was either Markiplier or Dan CDM. They're the two I go for FNAF playthroughs and stuff. I'd watch him at Pat, but you kind of just spiral off into conversation every 3 seconds. Is that everything they announced?
That was for the FNAF. I mean, there was some little stuff, the One Piece remake.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, we forgot
to look at that.
We forgot one thing. FNAF's in Dead by Daylight.
Oh yeah, that.
I was gonna install
Anyway.
that to play it with Ethan, but I just never got around to it, and I don't really care about Dead by Daylight. My brother reinstalled.
It would have been so much fun if it was in Fortnite.
Everyone was just like, I think there's this account, like this leaks account for Fortnite that I followed for festival stuff, and he was just like retweeting Scott Cawthon that entire day. But yeah, that would have been funny. Freddy Fazbear hitting the griddy after sniping Goku.
Exactly.
Oh, the memes could have been fed more. And then we
got anything, Isaac?
Yeah, Isaac. What?
Dude, is this like the end?
We're kind of finished up with
It
like
looks
whatever
like.
we have.
If you've got some stuff to talk
Yeah.
about.
I do actually, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. Call of the Lamb DLC's just come out today. I was looking at it while you guys were talking, and something that I did not expect for them to release. I haven't really been looking up on it, but local co-op multiplayer. Now that gets me
like
a little bit hard because couch co-op multiplayer for Call of the Lamb.
A little bit hard.
I did because
you were very
does.
buggy
because
then.
Call of the Lamb. I finished the game in 4 days, and I have 2 days time played on it. I loved that game. I literally played it non-stop at 100% of it. It was so fun, and I'm so glad they added more stuff to it because multiplayer is going to be great, and I can't wait to play with someone on it.
Yeah, we
the whole game again,
we could all just go around to yours at one point and couch co-op it.
It looked fun.
It's only 2-player couch co-op, unfortunately, but it's still better than nothing at all.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of new buildings and I imagine decorations and possibly story as well, but I haven't really looked too much into it besides the trailer.
I've not played it before.
It's literally come out today, so
yeah.
There you go.
The only thing I know about it is you made meat poop. Like that's about it. I feel like you just made me like
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you made all of us.
You made all of us and
Daniel
like
ate shit.
a
Yeah, I
few of us
made
had an
yeah.
addiction to poop. So I think Harry also had one,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Nathan died or something.
Oh.
I'm just trying to remember what you've told me, but yeah. What other news we got, boys? Come on, we need to stretch
Well,
this.
There's one
Besides
here
that,
which
really.
I don't know if it's a great one to talk about. It's quite sad. It's a death
Oh, we're talking
of a
about the
beloved voice actor, Rachel Lillis,
yeah.
who used to voice Misty and Jessie from the original
Damn.
Pokemon anime, has died of cancer at the age of 46.
That is too young, man. Like
Yeah.
isn't that like the second one recently though, like we've seen kind of? Because there was the YouTube CEO who also passed
Yes,
from.
Susan
Oh,
died. I don't. What was the last name? Wojciechowski?
I don't know the surname. I
I
just
don't
know
remember
her
how you
as the
say it.
YouTube
It's quite a weird
CEO
last name.
Susan.
But she died of
Like
cancer
obviously,
about 2 days
like
ago.
YouTube, people don't have the best views on it, some management at times, but still, like, no one should like die that young, kind of. Like I
Yeah.
say young, but still, like, it's way too early, kind of.
Yeah, especially because I loved Jesse and James. They carried that original
Yeah.
seeds in the anime.
Oh, are we never?
So,
That means we're never gonna see Team Rocket again, kind of. Like, not
although
even
I do
Team.
think they were cut from this
Yeah,
new.
I feel like they
I don't think
probably
they're in
wouldn't
this
make an
anymore, which is
occurrence.
sad.
But it would have been nice just a little Easter egg or something. You never know. Maybe there'll be like a little tribute somewhere or something. I'd like to see one. Like they deserve it. Like how iconic of characters like they are.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
thoughts go out to her family.
yeah. Present
So,
thoughts.
so, if we want to fill out the runtime, I have a great topic.
If it's about One Piece, save
The
it till
One
more
Piece
news.
remake.
Save it till
Oh
there's
my
more
God.
news.
Nah. We got so much.
You're on your own for this
The
one. Then.
director. So, obviously, the One Piece anime, the original from Toei, is still going on. The manga is still going on. Should be finishing up in 10 years, probably. The manga. Yeah, we got our first look. We got some more concept art. It looks good. A lot more gory than the original anime, because obviously it had to censor itself. So hopefully Whitebeard gets his face shot in half, as he should have done in the original manga and anime, I should say. I hate you just left him to himself.
None of us watch One Piece and can be asked to watch
Yeah,
One Piece, man.
Masashi. All right, hang on.
Like, even if
I'm
Isaac,
gonna say Japanese name
even
now.
if Isaac was interested in anime, I doubt he would watch an
Well, he's gonna watch the live action. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
but
gonna
that's
watched
worry.
the
the
live
short
action,
version.
but that's a long way
So-
off. I've still got other stuff I want to watch.
Masashi Koizuka. I butchered that. I know I have. He will be the director on this. He was assistant director for Attack on Titan season 1, and then directed the second and third season of Attack on Titan, which animation is very good. So that has me hyped, and it just looks good. It looks like a nice little storybook. So yeah, I'm hyped. Although we know literally nothing else.
It's gonna condense it down by a total 100 episodes.
Well, East Blue's about like cut all the filler. It's like 50 some episodes, maybe 60.
Oh god, so we're even lower than what I said. Down.
Well, the East Blue, well, it should be about 50 episodes, maybe even shorter, because I think the manga is about 100 chapters for what they're covering. So yeah, it looks good.
I just can't be asked
I'm
to
hyped.
watch One Piece, man, because of how long it is. Like, it just you know when you have like a pile of homework, you just don't want to do it because of how much is there. That's what I'm getting with it. It feels like I'm going to be doing like more work than like leisure.
That's yeah, but then when you actually get into it, it does not feel like that at all.
I just
Obviously,
cannot be asked to get into it.
there is definitely some arcs which are like, especially there's 2 arcs in particular, right, one after the other. After you get the best arc in the entire story, you get 2 slow drags. Just like, oh, such underwhelming.
So,
that's kind of it.
Like the only
Yeah, that was One Piece.
long-winded anime I'm currently interested in watching is Dragon Ball. Because I kind of gave up on Naruto. And yeah, as I say, Dragon Ball's the only one that's kind of left in that list for me.
What about you, Isaac? You love
Well,
anime.
the topic of good TV, I've been watching Slug Terror. Now, Slug Terror is the best show
End the episode, end it.
on TV.
He's just muted himself.
He's just
Press the wrong button. It is the best TV show, man. I remember watching that thing as a kid and thinking it were amazing. I still do now. I absolutely love Slug Terror. That's really it. That's what I've been watching, to be honest. Me and Nathan have been watching the X-Men films. We do need to watch. What's it next?
First Class, the
First
best
Class.
I've
X-Men
not watched
movie.
those
Logan.
ones.
So hopefully, we do that soon. And yeah,
Alright.
Slug Terror is good. Watch Slug Terror.
Right, Isaac, do the outro.
And I guess that leaves us
Don't
with
say what you said last time, please.
what I said last time.
Thank God.
And I guess that leaves us
Shut up.
with the end of the podcast. It's been about an hour,
Isn't the end of the
as
podcast,
like
it's
the
the
other
end of the
one was.
episode.
Wow.
We're not finished. We're not done with this thing just yet.
The end of this episode.
Till we're 70.
Till we're 90.
No, we're not making it that up though.
And I think we've done a good episode today. We've covered everything.
Somehow.
You know, and next week I'm sure we'll cover plenty more stuff that comes out within this week. Hopefully, we didn't mention it today, but the Book of Bill stuff in relation to Gravity Falls. Hopefully,
We'll get a guest
that's
on for
finished
that.
by then.
We'll get a guest on for that. We'll get Callum or something.
And we know what's coming from it. Hopefully, a film or a show. That'd be amazing. Besides that, thank you everybody for watching. My name's Isaac. Nathan and Daniel are also here, but obviously I'm the head of the podcast. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. See you next episode.
Bye.
I don't get appreciated for my heavy lifting. Bye.